This is Sound City. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's a city, it's a city.
Hello, citizens, and we're back. We're trying out that new system, so we're doing the second podcast this week. Hopefully you caught us on Tuesday. Well, actually, we didn't have our whole crew there but now we actually do. We got Brandon back in his rightful spot, but he did a great job filling in with his Miami accent and everything. But now we got Chris back, and it's always awesome when he's here.
Yep, and it's great to be back. Thank you for filling in for me, Brandon, and it's great to be back.
I told the fans why you were not here. I said because you were in Miami just being awesome.
Yeah,
that's what you were doing.
It was a great weekend, and Monday I was at the Marlins game, opening day.
I'm so jealous of that.
Probably the most ridiculous Marlins game I've ever been to.
I wasn't that jealous.
I'm a season pass holder, but that was the most ridiculous game I've ever been to.
Not the hottest
money,
start.
Not even the game. We pay all this money for a beautiful stadium, and we get a rain delay.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous.
How long was the delay total?
It was 25 minutes.
Okay.
But the field's not made for that. Flooded.
You're right.
In an instant, they had to put pro clay on it, and they were trying to dry it up as fast as they could, but it was flooded. And
so
it was
the field crew's to blame.
Well, yeah, they don't have a tarp.
Yeah, where's the tarp?
That's the first baseball stadium, high school, college.
Yeah, every baseball
anywhere.
Every baseball
they have no
field
tarp.
has a tarp.
They have a tarp for the pitcher's mound and and home plate. Not a tarp for the rest of the field, and it's ridiculous.
But you know why? It's because we're in the Sunshine State.
Well, the Sunshine State. Okay.
That was a terrible joke.
But it's ridiculous.
I agree with you, but this isn't the. The game was good.
The game is
the pitching was good. The pitching was good.
Henderson pitched a great game.
Great game for real.
But bases loaded, no outs, and Salty rounds into a double play. And
Saltalamacchia,
Jared Saltalamacchia, and I think that's
where the Marlins kind of lost the game. It was already the seventh inning.
And you know what? I think it kind of downed them the whole series.
Yeah. It left a bad taste in their mouth.
For sure.
And then game 2 was just a complete annihilation by the Braves.
Lato's the 7 runs in the first inning. He didn't even get out of it. He's considered an innings eater.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out of the first inning in his first start. But a bright spot in that game was Brad Hand, who came in and pitched 5 innings. 4 and a third. And was lights out.
Mm-hmm.
That shows the depth that we have at starting pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
That we have him and David Phelps, who are ready to start any day.
Right.
And it's a good thing, but we still lost the game 12-2.
And then we lost the third game too.
Kohler pitched another great game. And
see, the pitching's there. I'm not really worried about the pitching.
Obviously, first game,
but
it's
the first 3 games, and I feel that we're kind of just gelling together, and Stanton hasn't gotten in his rhythm yet.
Or D. Gordon.
He got the RBI though, so that was good. I was happy about that. But the team just needs to get in their groove, and once that happens and the hitting starts happening, like you said, I think that Salty double play with bases loaded kind of just.
He's the problem of the whole team, I think, and that's the weakest link. And you only go as far as your weakest link.
That's true.
And Salty's not going very far, and neither is Jeff Mathis.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2 of the worst hitting catchers
the
past 2 years in the MLB.
Yeah.
So, Jeff Mathis hasn't hit over 200 one time in his career.
Wow.
And he's a backup. He's not even a starter.
He's not a starter, yeah.
So, catchers where we're going to have to, work to find a replacement. We have JT Realmuto, who's a prospect. Good-looking prospect. He could play. He's good defensively. He can hit. But we got to find a solution for now. And it's getting to that point where I think I know it's early in the season, but a trade will come. And I think, the Marlins are always active at the trade deadline,
That's
whether
true.
they're losing or winning.
That is very true.
And I think that trade will be for a catcher this year.
I thought it was funny because I was talking about it, trying to gauge people's opinions on how they feel about the Marlins, starting out 0-3, and it was funny because a lot of the reactions were, there's still 160 games left. Everybody needs to just chill out. And I was like, yeah, we do need to chill out, but you always want to start out very well, and to start out being swept isn't the best start,
but
especially to the Braves.
Yes, who traded everybody.
Yeah.
Kimbrel traded to
But they're
San
still the
Diego.
Braves. I don't know. I like just the Braves as an organization, and I don't know.
They have a great coach.
They always have,
Freddie.
ex Marlin coach.
Ex-Marlin coach.
Yeah.
All those ex-Marlin coaches
Yep.
always coach well. Joe Girardi with the Yankees.
Dude, he
won a World Series.
he's balling. I love Joe. Joe found a perfect spot.
He did. I think he's gonna be there for the rest of his career.
Yeah, or until he messes up hard.
Yeah. But going back to the Marlins, it's a long season. They have a lot of time. They'll get it together. They're, I was reading an article on ESPN, and they had, their experts
Mm-hmm.
choose who would make the playoffs from each division and choose the World Series winner and an MVP. And 2 of the 5 experts picked the Marlins to win the championship. Go
Really?
all the way.
All the way? With Giancarlo as the MVP?
MVP.
Yeah.
And then they have a players poll that they do for ESPN.
Yeah, I saw that too. That 53% of the players.
They asked who would be the Royals of this year, and 53% of the players said the Marlins.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a lot of belief in this team.
It's true. And we're young, so I mean, but we have that veteran presence, which is what you need too. So I mean, like, we have all that's there to make a run and to really be contenders, but we're in a tough division, and I mean, if we want to compete with the Nationals and everything, our pitching not only has to be on point, but also our hitting. And so
and the hitting
comes.
Time.
The hitting comes. Yeah,
And
I'm just waiting for the rhythm. I'm scared because I mean, Giancarlo had the best spring training. He had a better spring training than last season, and he was almost MVP. So I mean, the way he started was kind of shaky, but slumps come and go.
You can't read into.
Yeah, that's what I'm
spring training.
saying. Yeah, spring training. I know. I'm just but
yeah, I get you. But
spring training is a good measure of how a player should come in form or not. But
it's gonna be a long year.
It's a long year. Like my friends were saying, and everyone was joking. There's still 160 games. Anything can happen, and luckily baseball isn't like football really, where it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
All this early success as well doesn't sustain.
Oh no, that's
not Adrian Gonzalez's.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Home run pace isn't gonna keep going.
He set the record though.
Yeah. 5
homers first 3 games.
He hit 1 in the first 2 games, 1 each in the first 2 games,
and then he hit 3
in the third game.
Oh my goodness, he hit 3.
That was ridiculous. He's hitting, and that his power had gone down over the years.
Yeah, I know. Because in the Red Sox, he wasn't doing that much.
No, and when he was in San Diego, he was 30 home runs every year.
Every year, yeah, 100 RBI.
And I don't think he's hit over 20 in the past 4 years, maybe since he's left San Diego. Brandon will get a check on that, but obviously, getting back to the point is it's a long season, and this success or failure so early in the season, it won't sustain.
Do you think the Marlins make the playoffs?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a wild card, because the Nationals.
The Nationals are winning the division.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna change.
But we have history on our side. Let's just look at it.
Yeah.
How many times have the Marlins been to the playoffs?
That I'm not sure. I'm
Twice.
not sure the number. Twice.
And what did they do the 2 times that they've gone?
Won the World Series?
Both times. The only times that the franchise has been to the playoffs.
It's only twice?
Only twice.
Wow, I did not know that.
Guaranteed. I don't even need to check for that one.
No, for sure.
For sure. It's been twice, and both times in the wild card. We've never won a NL East title, and it's just been.
We just gelled at the right time.
So let's see if hopefully this can be that team.
Speaking of teams that need to gel at the right time, Orlando City, we were talking about it in our last show, going up against Portland, who's coming off a big 3-1 win over DC.
Yep.
And
no, not DC.
Or FC Dallas. FC Dallas, right? They were undefeated, right?
Yep. Up until that game.
Man, and they won 3-1. So Portland, and then not only do we have Portland, after that
Columbus.
Both
away games.
Yeah.
And coming off, 2 home losses, it's gonna be tough.
And now that we don't have Ribeiro, which that's such a loss. Yeah, that's a loss. That's
3 months with a torn hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a rough recovery too.
See, and now there's these rumors that are more than likely going to happen where Orlando City has a keen interest on Luis Fabiano, and he even said that he wants to come to play for Orlando City.
He has his friends. He's also friends with the owner.
With the owner,
like
right?
Kaká,
Mm-hmm.
and he's obviously great friends with Kaká.
And even though that might be the right move for right now, I just hope he doesn't really stay, to be honest.
I think the only problem is that he still has 8 months left on his contract.
Right.
So the way that they're looking at what they could do is at a loan, and just a full season loan.
Which I mean I would like that.
Is what's gonna happen.
I hope that happens. I want it to be where he just comes for one season because
right, and maybe not. You know, I would say that we wouldn't need him if we still had Ribeiro. I think we're down to 2 strikers now. We have Larin and Roches, and that's it.
And
One
they're
of them
not
goes down.
Yeah, and I'm not too impressed with Roches. I don't think he's done really anything.
No, he hasn't.
And Larin, I mean, the time he's played, but he's
19,
he's inexperienced,
too young.
Exactly. And
I think the veteran.
Yeah, but how old is Luis Fabiano?
34.
34. I mean, yeah. I don't want that. I don't
No,
want
of
a
course not, as a
34-year-old
future,
coming here to take up that attacking position, and I know he's not going to run back. And I'm not of the mindset of that old 9. Of having a striker that just stays put and waits in the area, gets open and finds the goal. I'm more of the new striker, the new 9 that goes up and back. He comes to midfield, helps out the midfielders because now everybody's way more athletic.
Right, of course.
And everyone has the stamina of a racehorse. They can keep going for days. And I don't want a striker that's going to just stay there,
right,
and be complacent up top. I don't want that.
And it's just something that
But they're gonna have to play through that, and we have nothing, and that's just what's frustrating about Orlando City right now. I really want them. I want them to flourish and everything, but giving up basically 2 points in the last 2 minutes of the game in these 2 games, in our 2 losses.
It's been a struggle.
It's a struggle, man, and I don't know. I had such high hopes for the team, and I just feel that they haven't really played up to their part yet. And they're still
Everybody
6 in the East. They're 6 in the East, and we have 5 points, so we're still in contention. But I'm not impressed with the team right now.
We have Tally Hall now coming back from injury,
yeah.
ACL, and I think it could be a replacement for Ricketts.
Dude, he's been the biggest disappointment for me of the whole team. I did not know he was gonna be like this. We were giving him such high hopes in the beginning. Before the season started, how we were excited, having a Jamaican keeper on our team. He's had national experience.
And even club experience. I mean, he was with LA for forever.
Yeah, and now that he comes here, and I can argue that he's probably the reason for 2 of our losses. Probably both of the losses.
With those 2
With the 2 late goals. His positioning was horrible. And I can't put it all on him. I'm not going to put it all on him because the defense, too, you need to be in position as well. But you got to have your keeper step up. And I didn't think they were hard saves to make, really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the free kick from Silva, I think it was, right?
Silva? Check that, Brandon. I don't remember who scored it either. His name. I can't remember.
I think it was Luis Silva. But that was a tough one.
Okay.
To save, but the first one was on him.
The header, bro. Yeah. You got to get that.
That was on him.
You got to get
and
that. He was too far left. The penalty that hits your hand, you got to get that too. I don't know. And then he was out of position in that chip goal.
I don't think we it happens, and it's just as it.
Luis Silva.
Luis Silva.
And that was his debut too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I think Ricketts can still perform. And I think it just comes with gelling.
But where did he go? What happened? I mean, it's obviously not the same
Ricketts.
Ricketts.
He hasn't been playing terrible. We got to look at it too. I mean, he's kept us in some games.
I wouldn't say that. I would say our defense has kept us in games. Not him specifically. I think our defense has bailed us out more than Ricketts.
If I look
at Breck Shea, yeah. Breck Shea, I think Breck Shea had one of the best games that he's had last game. He was everywhere on the pitch.
He had that save.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I mean, Ricketts has held. We've had some shaky moments defensively. I mean, the guy I look to defensively as
Who,
the
Seb
anchor,
Hines?
No, is Colin.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
but he did get MLS Player of the Week honors.
Yeah, no. He's playing great. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
And I feel like we don't have the defensive pieces around him. Because, yeah, we're saying Shea, he's all over the place, but he's mostly up top. And
I think he needs to play more up top. I don't think he's pushing too much. I think he's having a weird struggle of
balancing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's not
balancing. He doesn't. They're trying to put him into a Danny Alves kind of role. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely struggling getting into that role and getting used to it because he's never been, left back.
He's usually a left winger.
Exactly. So I think they're trying to get him into that role where he does a little bit of both. But I mean, he's timid up top because he wants to play defense. Right. That's his position right now. And then on defense, he's wanting to go up and attack. So I think it's a spot where they're gonna have to find.
It's gonna be a hard 2 weeks for Orlando, that's for sure. But it might even be a harder off season for the Miami Heat. I don't know what the hell happened with them, man. I mean, we could talk about it for days. You can put any excuse you want on it, but at the end of the day, what happened? You need to still compete. How do you give up a 19-point lead at half and lose?
It's not the team everybody said it was gonna be. Everybody said we were gonna be tough. We were gonna be gritty. We're not that team.
We're not that
team because
I was seeing people getting pushed around left and right today.
Hassan Whiteside right now is playing soft.
He was
playing
aggressive. But I feel the coaching staff and maybe higher up even has told him, hey, you need to chill out a little bit. Because they were taking mad heat. Because
Dragic is playing soft. Wade's playing soft. Luol Deng is supposed to be this gritty, tough guy. Soft.
I just see him as tired. He just looks tired.
And that's why he's playing soft. I mean, it's just as a team, they don't look like a playoff team. They look mediocre.
We look like the 11th seed in the East, which is
what we are. We're the 10th seed right now.
Which is horrible. Oh my god.
It's not the Miami Heat basketball that we're used to. And LeBron leaving us really did make a giant impact. And right now, I'm hoping for a good offseason. And in my opinion...
So you don't want us to make the playoffs?
No.
You don't want us to?
No.
At this point?
No. We'll lose in the first round to Atlanta in 5 games.
Even though Tabo's out now, too?
Huh?
Tabo's out now?
Tabo with a broken leg.
But that's a weird story too. What happened there? And
the Chris Copeland story.
Yeah, because they got arrested in a bar in New York, he broke his fibula, right? Fractured his fibula. And
Copeland broke his elbow. Something like that. He got stabbed.
That's crazy.
Or his wife got stabbed.
His wife got stabbed. Yeah. But back to the Heat.
Now, what I want is...
I think I've kind of turned the corner too, because I was arguing before that I wanted us to stay competitive and play for the win. I mean, I still want us to be competitive and try and play for the
more. Right now in the spot that we are,
I just saw our team now. Yeah, I just saw our team now and the way we played. I think we need more depth for sure.
Dragic isn't the answer.
Yeah, no, Dragic is definitely not the answer.
I hope they don't sign him back because it's going to be a waste of $100 million, and it's going to be not a waste because he could play. But he's not worth.
He's not. Yeah, he'll be overpaid. He'll be overpaid.
Very overpaid.
Very overpaid. Agreed. And I hope Pat Riley comes and talks to him and says, hey,
take his player option. Hopefully you can convince him. But giving Dragic that $100 million deal that he's seeking, he'll be paid more than Kyle Lowry, and I don't think he's a better point guard than Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I don't think he's a better point guard than Kyle Lowry either.
So. That's gonna be a decision that Pat Riley's gonna have to make. We gave up a lot for him because we did. We gave up Norris Cole, Hamilton, Danny Granger, who I think all 3 of those guys could have helped us right now. In the position that we're in.
Honestly, any guard right now could help us better than what we have at guard play right now because
we're having horrible.
I don't know what is going on. Rio, why are you here? Mario Chalmers, what are you doing?
I mean, it's always been like he's ridiculous.
I mean, I guess it was masked more because we had LeBron James, but Jesus, he's.
And I don't know what happened because he was good as rookie. The first couple seasons coming out of Kansas, he looked real promising.
Yeah.
Defensively, and now I just feel like he just goes in there and he doesn't care. And it's tough to be a Heat fan right now.
It definitely is. But in other sad news, did you hear that Troy Polamalu retired?
Yep.
Dude, I mean
being forced to retire.
The great locks are gone. We're not gonna see him in his Pittsburgh Steeler black and yellow.
That's crazy.
I mean, it wasn't really a surprise to me because I didn't see him going anywhere else.
Oh,
because they gave him that the ultimatum basically.
They told him.
Basically retire or you're getting released, and so
he wasn't gonna be signed.
Nah, he wasn't going anywhere.
And I think you know what, it should have been. He's doing the right thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I feel he.
You don't think he would have gotten signed somewhere else though?
No, I feel he took.
I think someone would have picked him up.
I feel like he took. Yeah, he would have gotten picked up.
Yeah,
but. He looked at someone else that had that same problem, Ed Reed.
Ed Reed, yeah.
And what happened to Ed Reed those last 2 years of his career, and it's not worth it because Polamalu would have had the same thing. He would have gone to a team, tried to play, struggled, get injured, and then get released, and try to sign with another team mid-season and then not play again. And he did the right thing in preserving his legacy because Ed Reed is a Raven. Troy Polamalu is a Steeler.
Mm-hmm.
Any guys in those, teams, those guys on any other team doesn't make sense.
They lose more leaving than if they just retire.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the show now. But catch us again. We'll bring out another episode on Tuesday. And if you can, please subscribe and follow us on YouTube and send us your comments. Our YouTube is Sound City Podcasts. Follow us, subscribe, everything you can, and shoot us emails or Twitter message. Twitter is at SoundCityPC, and our email is soundcitypodcast@gmail.com. And shoot us your questions, your comments, guys. Anything. Shoot us whatever you want.
We're testing out this two shows a week, just because we've gotten emails from you guys and questions. So let's keep it going. We are really interested in what you guys have to say, and we just want to make this
better for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're doing this for you guys, so we want to hear what you guys have to say. We take in what you guys say, and we'll definitely have feedback on the Orlando City game. Hopefully, City will have a win.
Let's hope.
And Game of Thrones, Westeros is gonna be in some real. It's gonna be a messy situation. Let's just say that. With that, have a safe weekend, everybody, and goodbye, citizens.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain to hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. You check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. All he can afford when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the with the Sultans, with the Sultans of swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans that play Creole. Creole. And then the man steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings, good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans,